it's Arlene here with a video for Lalaland Crafts. Today I want to share my weekly Inspiration Wednesday project with you guys, and the theme for this week is monochrome. So I did a blackish vintage monotone color for my layout. Okay, and the picture that I use in my layout, this is my goddaughter Cali, Calista, but we call her Cali. She's just the most adorable. We spent time with her a couple of weeks ago and I took this picture with her, and I just absolutely love it. So I decided to scrap it. So this is a 12 by 12 layout. The paper collection that I'm using is Graphic 45's Botanica Bella collection, which is re-releasing as part of a collector's edition packet, which is really exciting. But the dies that I used are from Lalaland Crafts, and I just used some of their amazing steel dies. Okay, so I want to share that with you guys. So I did lots of different layers on the layout, and I kept it pretty simple this time around. You'll probably see my layouts are usually distressed and torn and all that, but what I ended up doing is just cutting the papers, the layers, and I just used my Ranger Distress ink in walnut stain, and I just distressed all of the edges. Now each of the corners here has the filigree corner die from Lalaland Crafts. I just cut it out with black cardstock, and that's what that looks like. It's one of the original dies that came out when Lalaland Crafts first came out with the steel dies. And I remember I got this as one of my very first dies from them. So I added that on all four corners of my layout. Okay, and then up here you'll see that I have the, this is called the heart doily border. And I love that it's half because I usually cut my doilies in half. I think I might have mentioned this on another project, but I usually cut my doilies in half because I insert them in different places, and it's kind of a waste to use an entire doily and hide it. You can cut it and have other pieces of it popping up in different places. So I have it down here, the heart doily border, and up here on the top of my layout. Okay, and then over here I used from the latest release, this is called the scallop trim banner. Love this, and I used it, I cut it out twice, once with a lighter color design paper and then a second time with a darker color design paper. Let me see if I can pull it up. So it looks like there's a little bit of a shadow, and I popped up the entire banner with dimensionals to kind of raise it a little bit, and then I used some stickers from the Botanica Bella collector's edition pack to spell out Kelly's name. Okay, and then I have my photo. Over here at the base of my photo, I actually have two different dies that I used here. First is the stitch scallop die border. I used that. I cut that out in black with black cardstock, and then I used one of the strips from this stitched ribbon die set. I used the smallest one here, and then I just ran it across with design paper on top of the stitch scallop border. Okay, and then I have a petaloo flower here, Recollections flower there. And then I made two little roses here using the rolled rose, the large die. That's what that looks like before you roll it up. So there's one here and there's one over there. So I use a design paper to make those roses. And then under the roses, I have two sets of leaves. The first one is the open leaf flourish. Love this. I use it on a lot of projects. And then the second one was part of one of the club kits, and this is called the shabby flourish. And it's a 2-die set, which is nice. So those are the dies that I used on this layout. Super fun, super easy, and I used, the last touches on my layout here. These are little, I think they're called Jolie. This is what they're called. All That Bling, Jolie's Boutique. Okay, that's what these little black things are. And the little sequins that I used were from Hobby Lobby, and they came like in this little vial. So they're kind of like a brownish bronze vintage color. Okay, so that is my layout for Inspiration Wednesday monochromatic theme. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Check out Lalaland Crafts, and we'll have the link down below. Have a great day. Bye.